Hello, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time here. Hi, my name is Jimmy. I am the Scottish Geek guy, and today we are going to be having a quick review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'll try not to delve too much into spoilers, but there might be some mild spoilers, so if you really want to go in cold to this movie, stop watching this, go watch the movie, but come back and watch this review and let me know what you think. So, let's get into it.
We were gone for quite a while. But no matter what happens next, the galaxy still needs its guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. James Gunn is back in the writer-director chair after a little bit of a potential hiatus, being fired and then rehired by Disney, but let's not get into that. The important thing is he's back and he is rounding out his Guardians trilogy with Volume 3 before he goes off to, run DC movies. Good luck with that. Returning with James Gunn behind the camera, in front of the camera, we have all of our favourite Guardians. We have Chris Pratt's Star-Lord, aka Peter Quill. We have Zoe Saldana's Gamora. We have Dave Bautista's Drax the Destroyer, still one of the best things about the Guardians. We have Bradley Cooper as the voice of Rocket Raccoon. We have Vin Diesel as the voice of Groot. We also have Scotland's own Karen Gillan returning as Nebula, and Pom Klementieff as a Mantis. Everyone from Guardians 2 returning for Guardians 3. It's a big cast. That's not even counting Sean Gunn's Kraglin, I believe is his character's name, and Sylvester Stallone's whatever character he plays. I'll probably just, put that in the text here because I can't remember. So that's the cast returning. What is the story all about? So, Waititi, a note of thanks for figuring out how to do that in his movie so he didn't have to do it in Guardians. The last time we saw them in the wider MCU, though, was actually in the holiday special, which is on Disney+, which actually does lead in to Volume 3 quite directly. There's nothing essential that you need to see in the holiday special in order to understand and enjoy what's going on with Volume 3. But the holiday special is quite fun. I quite enjoyed it. It's only maybe 40 minutes or so long, and it does lead into Volume 3 quite nicely, and it does round out some of the plot points, at least in the beginning of the movie. So that's when we last saw the Guardians. What are they up to now? So the Guardians have taken up residence in nowhere. I say taken up residence, it kind of appears that they are running nowhere. The decapitated head of a giant space thing that you saw in the other Guardians movies, they seem to be kind of running that installation, that compound, whatever you want to call it. They're there, but they're not in that great shape. Peter Quill, Star-Lord, is pretty much drunk. Peter Quill, drunk Star-Lord, drunk Lord, Star drunk, drunk Star, quite like that one. So he's drunk, and he is pining away after Gamora, and the rest of the Guardians are playing whose turn is it to put drunk Peter to bed. So they do that. Before Drunk Lord's head can hit the pillow, Nowhere is attacked by Will Poulter's Adam Warlock, and he is evidently after Rocket Raccoon for some reason. He trashes up a lot of Nowhere, beats up some of the Guardians quite severely, tries to grab and escape with Rocket but fails, but he does injure Rocket in the process, and thus sets the movie in motion. So the movie gets going quite quickly. It doesn't waste any time. I would say the first 5-10 minutes and we are off and running. The Guardians have to go somewhere to see a guy to do a thing in order to save Rocket's life. Plot-wise, that's pretty much it. But character-wise, emotion-wise, there is a lot going on here. There's a lot of backstory here, especially for Rocket Raccoon. This is, I think it's safe to say that this is Rocket's story. Credit to all the CGI artists, to the animators, to Bradley Cooper for the voice, because all of these people obviously worked hard to put a lot of emotion into CGI cybernetically enhanced wisecracking raccoon. Say that 3 times really fast.
CGI cybernetically enhanced wisecracking raccoon. CGI cybernetically enhanced wisecracking raccoon. CGI cybernetically enhanced wisecracking raccoon.
They definitely did. They definitely did put a lot of emotion and a lot of character and a lot of heart into Rocket Raccoon. Won't spoil too much, but there's certainly a few moments in this, at least 2 that I can think of specifically, where I did shed a tear for this CGI cybernetically enhanced raccoon. And it's not just Rocket. As much as I would say this is very much Rocket's movie by and large, I feel like every member of the Guardians here gets a little something to do. Everyone gets a little bit of a character beat, which is really nice, because that's I think that's what's been the high point, and at least the best thing about the Guardians movies is the characters and is the emotion. As much as it's a space adventure, as much as it's there's wisecracks and whatnot, it's the emotion in the characters that I think that everyone buys into, that everyone likes about the Guardians movies. That being said, there is one character I feel like does get a little bit sidelined, and that is Will Poulter's Adam Warlock. I remember when it was announced that he was playing Adam Warlock, everyone was like, "What? The wee guy from those funny movies?" But good actor. So everyone was like, "Okay, let's see what happens." And then people saw him. I remember when they did I think it was the Comic-Con panel, and he walked on stage, and dude was clearly buff. He'd clearly been on the Marvel workout routine. So then it went a little bit nuts and a little bit thirsty for that. So I think the hype and the excitement for seeing what James Gunn and what Will Poulter was going to do with Adam Warlock, certainly the hype levels increased from that point on. But I feel like he didn't get that much to do in Volume 3. He does great with what he's given. He does great with what the script gives him. And I won't go into any detail about the type of character that he is, because they've not revealed that in the trailers at all. I don't think you hear him speak in the trailers at all. You just see him, doing Adam Warlocky type things. So I won't go into any detail about that. But he does well with what the script gives him. I just wanted him to have more to do. Maybe in a future installment of the MCU. Who knows? Quick note about the opening credits of this movie. Keen MCU fans might notice a certain name from other MCU movies in the opening credits. I won't give away who it is or what it is. What I will say is this is just a coincidence. The character and the actress in question isn't playing the same character she normally does in the MCU. She's normally a tertiary character in the MCU. She's not playing that character in this movie. It's just a voice role, so save yourselves the trouble of going down that rabbit hole as I did. When you recognise that name, don't try to think to yourself, "Ooh, how are they going to tie in this Earthbound MCU character with the Guardians?" They're not. She's playing a different character. It's just a voice role. She does a very good job, and there's a lot of emotion in her performance as well. But yeah, it's not the same character she plays in the other MCU movies. So save yourself the trouble and don't go crazy thinking about that, as I did. So overall, what did I think of Guardians Volume 3? I liked it. I really liked it. Didn't love it, but I did really like it. It's I would say it's probably the best MCU movie, best Marvel movie since No Way Home. It felt a little bit long. I would say you probably could cut 20 minutes or so from it. There's a heist scene about maybe halfway through the movie that's about 20 minutes or so, and while it does have a cameo from a cool fan favourite actor, and it is quite fun, it ultimately doesn't really forward the plot that much, and I feel like if you'd cut that from the movie, you would trim the runtime down from, I don't know, like 2.5 hours to 2 hours 10 minutes. So while that scene is fun, you could have got rid of that, I feel, and just made the film that little bit tighter. But yeah, really liked it. Didn't love it, but definitely liked it. It's definitely an improvement on Volume 2, as much as Volume 2 had some nice moments in it, and I really loved the Pac-Man bit at the end of Volume 2. Volume 2 definitely felt a little bit slow, a little bit of a snail's pace. This one, although it's a little bit long, overall, the pacing isn't really off. the pacing in that 2.5 hours is quite solid. It is quite boom, 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 boom. I would have just taken out, one of those booms and have boom, boom, boom. As a standard with MCU movies, there is a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene. Won't give away what they are, but definitely hang around to check both of them out. What I will say is at least the credits have peppered throughout the credits. They have production stills from all three Guardians movies, and I think from their appearances in Infinity War and Endgame as well. So, there is something to keep your attention other than just, the white names on the black background for 8 to 10 minutes of the thousands of people who make these movies. Although it is with it's the hard work of these thousands of people that make these movies so that we can enjoy them. So thanks to everyone who is involved in the making of Guardians 3. But yeah, credits are boring. There's no denying it. So having those pictures peppered throughout the credits as they're going along definitely keeps your attention until you get to the very end scene, which is quite interesting. Yeah, and I won't say any more than that. In conclusion, I really liked Guardians Volume 3. Saw it at my local Cineworld here in Glasgow. So, really liked Guardians Volume 3. Didn't love it, but did really like it. I would give it probably a solid 7 out of 10. And that's us. So, thanks very much for watching. If you liked this content, be sure to like, comment and subscribe and all that jazz. If there's anything specific you'd like to see, whether you'd like to see more unboxings, more movie reviews, anything like that, let me know in the comments and I will catch you at the next one.